Hello fight fans, thanks for joining us at MMA Insider. Before we get rolling with today's news, show some love by hitting that like button and subscribing. Now let's uncover the latest happenings in MMA. Starting off, UFC commentator Michael Bisping chases down thief who stole his wife's purse. Moving on, Alex Pereira vows to break Khalil Rountree at UFC 307. Lastly, Dana White reacts to Conor McGregor's drunk livestream, still believes the Irishman fights in 2025. Former UFC middleweight champion Michael Bisping recently had a run-in with a thief in Paris. Michael Bisping is retired these days, but serves as one of the UFC's main commentators. Over the weekend, Michael Bisping was in Paris to call the card headlined by Renato Moicano versus Benoit Saint-Denis. The card was full of highlights, punctuated by the Brazilian's second-round stoppage in the main event. Following the event, Michael Bisping decided to stay in France for a few days. Accompanied by his wife Rebecca, the Brit was sitting at breakfast earlier today. All of a sudden, a man approached their table and ran off with his wife's purse. Naturally, the retired fighter decided to give chase. According to Michael Bisping, it wasn't very hard to catch up to the thief. When Bisping confronted the man, he gave up the purse pretty quickly. The man in Italy tried to hide the bag and act like he didn't know English, but Bisping was able to get it back. The retired fighter added that he gave the man a little kick before leaving. Here is what he said. "Earlier today, I had to stop a crime. I was sitting there having breakfast with Rebecca on the streets of Paris. Some snatched Rebecca's bag and runs away. I chased after him, get a hold of him, and he already had the bag hidden like a towel. I got the bag off of him, and he didn't speak a word of English, obviously. I didn't do anything to him, got the bag back, and he was pants, the poor guy. He was like, please, please, please. I let him go. Turned around and gave him a little kick up the little Alex Pereira is confident he will still be the light heavyweight champion after UFC 307. Pereira is set to headline UFC 307 on Saturday against Khalil Rountree as he puts his 205 pounds on the line. It's an intriguing matchup, and heading into the bout, Pereira is focused on doing whatever he needs to get his hand raised. With that said, Alex believes his pressure and fight IQ will be too much for Rountree and he will eventually break the title challenger. Here is what he said. "When I came to the UFC, everyone said he's just a kickboxer, this guy won't succeed. But I overcame everything with dedication and heart. It makes me happy to know that I have achieved things that other people have tried and failed. Everyone has the same goal here, trying to win a title or defend it. And if I can do this better than anyone else, that's what I'll do. Khalil is a strong, dangerous guy, someone who is hungry, who has a dream. But I will use my fight IQ and my experience. I always put pressure on my opponents, and if they're not ready for it, they break. It doesn't matter if it's by decision, knockout, or submission. My goal is to remain champion." If Alex Pereira does finish Khalil Rountree at UFC 307, it would be a statement win for the Brazilian. Pereira is already an all-time great, and adding more title defenses will only help his legacy. Pereira is 11-2 as a pro. He's coming off a TKO win over Yuri Prohaska in June to defend his belt. Before that, he knocked out Jamal Hill at UFC 300 in April to defend the 205 pounds title for the first time. He also is the former UFC middleweight champion. UFC CEO Dana White still believes Conor McGregor will fight in 2025, despite his recent drunk livestream. McGregor did a livestream which was sponsored by DualBits and was drinking throughout it. The Irishman was seen downing several drinks throughout the livestream and even took aim at Ilia Topuria. After the livestream, many fans thought Conor McGregor was nowhere near being ready to make a return to the octagon again. Yet White isn't worried about what McGregor did on the livestream and instead believes the Irishman will fight in 2025. Here's what he said. "Well, number one, I didn't see it. I didn't see the live stream. Number two, I had said Conor wasn't fighting until 2025. It is October 1st of 2024. Conor McGregor has plenty of time. I am going to go with 2025. 2025. Whether or not Conor McGregor will end up fighting in 2025 is to be seen. But the UFC boss is not worried that the Irishman got drunk on a live stream months out from his potential return. After Conor McGregor was told he would not return until 2025, his goal is to fight at least twice next year. It will be 2025, we will see. My opponent that we got scheduled got matched. It is what it is. My job is to just go to the gym, be in the gym, be in shape. One thing is for sure, whenever it is and wherever it is, I will be 100% ready. That is all I can focus on. I must. It's the promised land, so we'll see. I'd like it to be Chandler. I'd like to get that squared away. I wish him well against Oliveira, but let's see how it goes." Conor McGregor is 22-6 as a pro and hasn't fought since July of 2021 when he broke his leg against Dustin. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Your dedication and support fuel our passion to bring you the latest and greatest in the MMA world. If you enjoyed today's news, please give us a thumbs up and share it with fellow MMA fans. Remember to subscribe to stay in the loop with daily MMA updates. We've got a lot of exciting news, interviews, and analysis coming your way every single day. Your engagement helps us grow and serve the MMA community even better. Once again, thank you for being an integral part of our daily MMA journey.